Hello and welcome to Stardew Valley in Minecraft, a new series where I build the world of Stardew Valley in Minecraft, one area at a time. For this series, I am adding a stretch goal. If I reach 10,000 subscribers, I'm committing to adding Ginger Island as part of this series. If you'd like to see that, please consider subscribing because it helps a lot. Last episode, I made quite a bit of progress building the inn, PS General Store, and Harvey's Clinic. In today's episode, I'm going to be adding two houses. The one on the left is where George, Evelyn, and Alex live, and the one on the right, I'm not going to be building Pam's trailer, but I'm going to be building the house instead. And Pam lives together here with her daughter, Penny. If we look at the place where they're supposed to be living, then you'll see this big lake. And, we have been slowly terraforming this area already, but we're going to have to extend this area a bit further north. First, we're going to be doing the river and all of the area around it, so that we have a nice platform to build on. However, before we do that, let's go ahead and collect some materials for today's build. And with all of the resources collected, except of course the trapdoors because they're probably still oxidizing, we are now ready to start terraforming. So let's get right into it and start the terraforming project. And there we go. Some terraforming done again, the river extended. Now, as you could see, I also did a bit of bone mealing in the river, and I noticed that I hadn't even bone mealed the ocean bit either, and the area underneath the docks, so I went ahead and did that too, and it looks so much more lively now. Now onto the plans here. Over here on the left side, we're going to be building George's house, and then on the right, we're going to be building Pam's house. Not the trailer, no, we're going to go straight for Pam's house, which normally you get upgraded after the community center. And of course, I'm going to do this as a one long time lapse, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. There we go. Quite the progress. Even though it isn't a large chunk of land that we added, I do really enjoy these two new houses that we added here. And specifically for these two, I tried experimenting with the roofs a little bit, and I went for this kind of detailing. I tried to create little brick sections going diagonally. And honestly, I think I prefer this, and I might try to apply that same kind of deal to this one, the mayor's house, and to the inn. Because from the start, I haven't really liked this detailing. I think it's a bit too noisy and all over the place. So I might try this over here and over here. And of course, we also added some more trees and a bit of an extension to the cliffs. Eventually, this road here will lead up to another staircase, and the river will be extended all the way to the waterfall. But something that wasn't shown in the time-lapse is the interior of both of these buildings. So let's start with Pam's house. First, I must say that this is some colors that are really tricky to get in Minecraft, especially the green roof. It's gonna be interesting for Leah's house in the future as well. But here we go. Now when we get in, we have a little bit of a hall with some bookshelves, and on the right we have the bedroom with some bottles on the floor, and we got a nice amethyst wall. Then on the right here, I decided to add the kitchen and the fireplace with a nice big table. And as we go upstairs, we go into Penny's room, where we have again some amethyst on the wall. We have a nice section that is separated with some planters and a desk to write and here to read. And a little bit of a view on the river. Out of all of the houses I've built so far, this one might be one of my favorites. Then for George's house, I tried to get some of the blue on the front here, but honestly there is not really that many blue textures, and this sort of gray works closest, I think. And then the clay, I tried to get close to the colors, but yes, that's that. Let's go inside. When we go in, we have a hallway with the stairs going up. We have the room here where we have the TV in the middle of the room for George to watch on the TV. We got the clock here, the grandfather clock. And then on the left we have the kitchen, nicely tucked in the corner here. And then when we go up, we have two rooms. We have Alex's room, and I tried to add a little turtle ham. My god, those turtles, they took forever to grow and give me some scoot. As you can see, most of these eggs that I placed still haven't hatched, so yeah, that took forever. And then here we have this nice pin board with lots of things put up. And then here we have Evelyn's room as the final one. It is a lot of fun trying to come up with where all of the windows go, especially also for the back of the buildings. Like, I haven't really shown much of it, but it is very tricky to find out where I have some room to put a few windows down. And yeah, we have a bit of details going around here. We have the fence, and of course this nice path going from this road all the way to the bridge and leading next to this lovely tree and the cliffs. It is very nice just walking out here. I love the vibe that is currently going on in this area. You know those roof details I mentioned earlier? I think I'm gonna go ahead and make those changes right now. Made a few materials and we are ready to go. With the detailing on the roofs right now, it looks so much better. Let me know if you agree. I tried to keep these two just a little bit different. This one I incorporated a lot more dark oak, and with the inn I kept more blackstone as the main ingredient. So they are still a little bit different, slightly different color variations, but look at that. I think it works really nicely. So yeah, that is another bit of progress done, and if we look at it very zoomed out right now, it is really starting to come together. We have almost the entire river going all the way up to the mountain, and most of the buildings in the village are here. We have a couple of things still left in the town though. Of course the blacksmith and the museum, which I'm gonna get to next episode. We have the Jojo Mart, and then of course this area over here is going to include the community center. Now that's going to be a very big episode because we're going to be extending all of the cliffs and build the entire community center, which is a pretty big building, which includes the bundles. Next episode, like I said, we're going to be building the blacksmith and the museum over on the other side of the river, and that is going to be a little bit challenging. This is going to involve quite a bit of redstone because I'm going to make all of that functional. Think geodes, buying pickaxes, and completing the collection of the museum. So yeah, I hope you're just as excited for that as I am, and I hope to see you in the next episode. I would also like to remind you, please subscribe if you haven't already, so that we can reach the stretch goal of adding Ginger Island to this world. And in the meantime, I'll be right here in the dog's house. Goodbye!